Are you trying to get rid of anxiety? That may be part of the problem. I'll explain. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I'm a therapist. I make videos for people with anxiety or OCD. And today I want to talk to you about the idea of trying to get rid of your anxiety, trying not to have anxious feelings. And I want to talk about how, ironically, interestingly, that can become a problem in and of itself. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified, because I do make new videos on anxiety and OCD every single Thursday. Okay, so what am I talking about? A lot of times people think the goal when they're dealing with anxiety or OCD is to get rid of the anxiety. And for some, to get rid of the discomfort. If I don't feel anxious, then I've succeeded, right? Operation 0% anxiety. That's my goal. And really, when we do that, we become hopeless, we become overwhelmed, because inevitably you will feel anxious feelings from time to time, because that is normal. We all get anxious. But the goal of anxiety and OCD treatment is for you to be able to handle those anxious feelings. It's for you to be able to handle the discomfort. The more you learn how to handle the anxious feelings and handle the discomfort and still do the things that you want to do and still live a full life and not do what anxiety or OCD wants you to do, which for anxiety might be to avoid and for OCD might be to do compulsions, then you start to make progress. I have anxiety and I still have anxious moments, panicky moments. They become less and less because it's kind of like going to the mental gym, where the more you practice riding the wave of anxiety and doing things anyway and sitting with that discomfort and not giving into the compulsions, the easier and easier it gets. So over time, yeah, the anxiety does decrease. It goes down typically. The discomfort goes down and you're able to tolerate more and more of it to the point where you don't feel it. But initially, for a long period of time, you have to sit with those feelings. And that's the work that is so hard, and that's the work that people don't want to do. They do coping mechanisms, or they do exposure response prevention, ERP, for OCD, and they want immediate results. And sometimes you look at the immediate results and you say, the results are, do I feel discomfort? Do I feel panicky? Do I feel anxious? And a lot of times you still do. And that doesn't mean that you're not making progress. It means, did you still do the thing that you wanted to do? Were you able to go to that party or present that thing or go out in public or touch that thing or eat that thing or say that thing or whatever it is for you? Were you able to still do those things? And if you have OCD, did you not give in to the compulsions? Did you not do your compulsions? That's success. Even if you're still feeling really uncomfortable or really anxious, unfortunately, kind of like when you go to the gym, the real gym, and you're lifting weights, for the first few months, maybe this is just me, but I'm so sore. Like, it does not feel good. It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything healthy because my body hurts, right? I am sore every time I exercise because I'm lifting weights or I'm doing things that my body's not used to. Down the road, I can do those exact same things and I don't feel the pain. Why? Because my body got used to it. I started to develop muscle and tolerance for the weight. And it's the same for anxiety or OCD. The more you do the things that you want to do, regardless of how anxious you feel about it, and the more you do things without giving into OCD, if you have OCD, and not giving into your compulsions, it's rough going at first. It's like diving into the deep end. It can feel really, really, really uncomfortable. Just like going to the gym for me, right? Feels really uncomfortable. So uncomfortable, I actually messed up my elbow and I had to get elbow surgery. That's a totally different story. The weights didn't work out on that one. But when we work out over and over, for most normal people, you build up tolerance and then you are able to handle it. So I invite you to think about this if you are feeling hopeless or if you are feeling like you're not making progress because you're feeling anxious or you're feeling uncomfortable. The goal is to actually do the things that you want to do that anxiety or OCD does or doesn't want you to do, right? Because they will boss you around, and live your life and tolerate the discomfort over time. And I know firsthand that that is super hard to do. So celebrate your small steps, do one small step at a time. You don't have to do big things, do small things that maybe your anxiety doesn't want you to do, or your OCD doesn't want you to do, or your OCD does want you to do and you don't do it. OCD is a bit different beast. And learn how to handle in small bite-sized pieces the distress. Learn how to handle the anxious feelings. I purposely put myself in anxious situations, not that are going to completely overwhelm me, but that are really, really uncomfortable, and they do make me feel anxious. I feel shaky, I feel nauseous, and I do them anyway. And each time I go back and do something similar, it gets better and better and better. And it's the same for anxiety or OCD. So small steps, feel the anxiety. That's not a failure. When you feel the anxiety or you feel the discomfort, that's not an indication that you're doing something wrong. A lot of times it's an indication that you're doing something right. Well, I hope that you find the sparkle in everything you do, and stay tuned for next week. I'll have a new video, new topic. Take care.